So I'm here with the 8845P. If you guys have followed along, this tank's been set up for roughly about, I think it's coming on about 6 months now, so pretty good. It's pretty much, in that prime stage, and it's definitely been looking really good these past. But the last couple times, I was able to come here at one point, and then last week I just didn't do a water change at all, and so just the tank looked fine, so I just didn't worry about it, and I was kind of busy all last weekend, so this tank actually became super overgrown, and that's what you guys are going to see today. This won't be so much an update. I may pitch it a couple things here and there, just to update you guys, but this will mostly be just kind of a time lapse of me trimming this tank, just to kind of show you guys, the difference, a big trimming can definitely make. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's just a Rotella green. I mean, just a massive bush of Rotella green going on, just way too much, which I'm starting this 30C, so this will be nice, so I can use all these trimmings to replant. But yeah, it's just a little too overgrown. It's just everything in the front just getting too much again, so I just need to cut everything back a little bit. The S-Repins, I'm definitely need some S-Repins for the new tank, so I'll be able to get some trimmings off that today. But basically just a big trimming for today, and you guys see a time lapse of that. I'll basically sit here and record, and you guys will get a little speed run of me doing this. But if you guys have any other questions, of course, down in the comments, or me on my Instagram at JJ Aquariums, anything about this tank or what I use equipment-wise, definitely ask me for sure. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't been really much different, other than, yeah, it's just super overgrown. Not much has changed much. I haven't really been adding anything really, other than I did add some boost of flange or red mini in a few places just to see how that does. Hopefully that grows in, looks pretty nice where I placed it in a few spots. But other than that, yeah, I'll quit talking and I'll get to the time lapse, and you guys enjoy. So that time lapse you just saw in that first clip you just saw was actually the initial trimming of what I did. And I didn't want to make it just that video because I felt like you guys are kind of left with just, an ugly tank after that. Not that it was that bad looking, but of course after a huge trim like that, the tank usually doesn't look its greatest until it starts growing back in. So I didn't want to upload that video until I had an update video like now, where I can show you guys kind of like what it's going to look like when it grows back in. So this is actually about 3 weeks later. And of course that trim I did was a huge trim. I mean, you guys saw the back stems, how much I butchered them. And yeah, they got cut down pretty much to the base pretty much. I mean, they were just white at that point. But like I said, it's been about 3 weeks and everything's, looking pretty grown in now. There's still obviously a lot of stuff still needs to grow in. Of course, like S-Repins and so the Ricardia has been growing pretty good. But of course, the S-Repins I teared up pretty good too. So, but everything's, enough to where it looks good again. So I just want to kind of show you guys what it looks like after that initial trim, of course. And yeah, like I said, it looks pretty good. As you can see, of course, a lot before there was a lot covering this section right here, which actually I didn't mind at all. I kind of like this, how it had the whole, mid-grounds and epiphytes just kind of circling around this kind of island almost. But I did want to kind of, refreshen it and kind of just reset it almost, because, it just gets a little too much at one point. And it's nice to just kind of trim everything back and just kind of let everything regrow and look good again. So yeah, as you can see, I'm actually here. I'm going to do is a little bit of maintenance on both of these tanks today. Of course, the video is just on this tank today. But yeah, just wanted to update you guys how this tank is looking for sure. Of course, all the Ricardia, if you go around here, it's actually looking pretty good. I actually really like it, especially around here. But a lot of this I'll probably be taking off because I will need some for my 60F, or I might just buy some, because this tank, you can see right here, there's a little bit of black brush algae growing on a couple places. I don't know why. Usually that's a CO2 issue, but the CO2 is actually, I haven't had to change the CO2 out in about 2 months. It's all in just a mini canister, and so it's been consistent this entire time. But who knows? I mean, I have the little ADA ones on there, and without it really solenoid on there, you never know how much CO2 it could be off and on. So I'm definitely not surprised by that, but it's the first time it's happened, so it's kind of weird. So I might just like spot dose it with Excel and just see if I can get rid of that. But if I can't get rid of it in time, I probably won't. I'll probably just buy some new Vicardia because I don't want to bring that into the new tank for sure if I don't have to. But other than that, I mean, it's not like it even looks that bad. I mean, it's just at a few fuzzy spots here and there. It doesn't even look that bad. If I really need to, I could put a small Siamese in here, and he'll definitely eat that up for sure. But yeah, that's one to update you guys. Of course, the stems back there has been growing pretty good. Eventually, it'll cover that pipe again like I had it. But the big thing about that trimming is I really wanted the Atra in the back to really pop out first too, and you can see it's back there, so it gives a little bit of mix. I'm hoping that still kind of can grow in a little bit more. Just so that back little corner is kind of red and gives it the color. I think it really makes it look better. Because of course the other tank I actually did a mixed stem bed, and this one I at first I just did, you know, a single plant being SP green. So that's one thing I regret. I think it would have looked better if I would initially, you know, planted like 3 or 4 stems back there. But I'm hoping that Atra, you know, definitely can overtake that corner a little bit with that red and look really good, because it is really red back there. And of course the pinophilia is really pink and red too. It looks really nice. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to update you guys. If you have any questions, equipment-wise, plant-wise, literally anything about this tank, just let me know down in the comments or follow me on Instagram at JJ Aquariums. If you just want to direct message me there, I can definitely help you guys whenever you guys need it. So other than that, yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.